Today, I'm going to show you a series of ROM hacks that are absolute madness. A Github Madness. No, seriously, that's what they're called. Sonic Github Madness is a series of Sonic ROM hacks brought to you by the Sonic ROM hacking community with a simple premise. Imagine your standard collaborative project. You might have people working alongside you, making assets, writing code, or testing things. Chances, you carefully cherry-pick who gets to work with you, and you add things according to a more or less carefully laid out plan. Github Madness completely does away with any of that. In Github Madness, everyone in the world gets to add pretty much whatever they want into a ROM hack, and once a certain time limit is passed, the ROM hacks are shipped as they are. Obviously, you can tell things get chaotically humorous. Maybe a bit too chaotic. Especially for the bunch of you that might be sensitive to flashing lights and eye-straining imagery. In that case, you might want to turn away from this video. The rest of you, however, will watch me try these hacks for the first time, starting with Sonic 1 Github Madness 1. Released all the way back in October 2021 by Sonic the Dutch Hedgehog, this ROM hack saw contributions from 15 people, some of whom you may have even heard of in recent times. Without further ado, let's move on to my first run and reaction to the ROM hack. There it goes. No clue what to expect. Okay. Sure. That's an animation. That's a title screen. The title screen of all time, definitely. Turd Hill Zone, Act 1. Okay, it's really hard to control. Oh, there's a spin dash. It was really weak. It is exceptionally weak, okay. There's 3 signposts, and I did not hit even one of them. So... Oh, okay, I have to hit the uppermost signpost. Oh, wait, you can double jump? Oh, sick. Yup. Wait. Oh, this is new. I hate that it's so easy to softlock the level. I want to see the second special stage. Let's see that. Okay, I guess we go out of bounds. Where's the Kaza? Where's the stage? And why am I out of bounds? Yeah, let's cheese it. Thank goodness I got that signpost. Also, what's with that life icon? Oh, what? What is going on? The sprite limit is abysmal. It is abysmal. Holy shit. Sorry guys, this is all you get to hear. You're going to suffer with me. Okay, let's see, Act 3. Is this going to be the whole level? Oh, never mind. Right, this was released in 2021. What? Wait. What even crashed the game? Oh! It's the ball hogs that are crashing the game. Finally, I get to go at a somewhat normal speed. Okay. Suddenly, upside down spring yard. Also, it's filled with sus here. Oh, it's that one bug from Sonic 1. Fuck. Can you please spin? Thank you very much. Oh goodness. Do I really have to do platforming like this? Oh, what? What? Okay. Okay, there's a spring in the middle. That's a really powerful spring. Wait, hold on. I can just... Hey! Is that the Cleveland? What the fuck? That's the bear? Oh. Oh, this fucking sucks. Good thing the spin dash works now. Owie. Oh, wait, what? Why am I automatically holding right? Is this an auto level? It's an auto level. Oh, holy shit. I did not expect seeing one here. What? Okay, I'll probably have to script together a whole story about Rocky Mountain and why it's so shocking. And here's the explanation in question. Rocky Mountain Zone was a delisted and scrapped series of videos by Kat Corinne about a zone from Sonic 1, but in a fictional alternate universe where supposedly Sega of America had much more control over the development of Sonic 1. One video about Rocky Mountain that stood the test of time would be this video by YouTube channel Sonic the Hedgehog Prototype Archives, the owner of which happened to be in the know of the true nature of Rocky Mountain, even going as far as to record gameplay footage with an actual camcorder to make the whole thing look more authentic. The project had gained a sort of cult-like following, especially from people who were obsessed with Sonic 1 prototype content, which at the time was a disturbingly large and vocal group. I have spotted a handful of people that, at the time, was under the impression that Sonic 1 had at any point Rocky Mountain Zone as a real zone, which was never really the case. And I'm fairly certain of all this because I personally reached out Kat Corinne for much of the information you've just heard. I'll take the occasion to thank her lots for her cooperation. As for why Rocky Mountain is in this ROM hack in the first place, if you look at the contributor list for the GitHub repository of Github Madness 1, you'll notice that Kat Corinne makes an appearance there. In fact, she had willingly given the assets for Rocky Mountain for use in Github Madness 1. With all that said, let's get back to my playthrough. What? Let's see Act 2. Red Rocky Mountain. Okay, I guess we don't get to visit Rocky Mountain. I would like to finish the level. Please, thank you if you would be so inclined. There we go. Oh, I'm stuck here. Well, fuck you, game. Oh my goodness, what is going on? This is trippy. Oh, what? What? Ooh, there's a lot of them. It took like 7 of these to get through. Sure. Mario? I'll have to confess, this was somewhat disappointing to play through. Of course, as you can see from some of my reactions, there was fun to be had even in the middle of the chaos, and I was not expecting a hack, conceived to be a chaotic mess, to be a Sonic masterpiece. But overall, I felt like I held my expectations a bit too high. I mean, can you blame me with the foresight of what comes after? But let's be real. It was 2021, and many of the people working on this were much younger and less mature than they are today. Either because of personal tastes or because of skill limitations, it feels like the humor was more tempered, despite the plentiful streams of chaos occurring as one played and contended with the awful control scheme. Anyway, let's get to Github Madness 2, which I could only find in the form of a GitHub repository without a releases tab. Apparently, the development process happened throughout January of 2022, with some random, minor additions made later in that year. During the making of the video, I tried looking for something, but unfortunately, I could not find anything that could qualify as an official release. Fortunately, also while I was making this video, SSRG staff member Delta W created a build of Github Madness 2 based on the latest commit to the repository. You'll find download links for each of the hacks in the series in the description, in case you want to play them yourself. But for now, here goes me playing. Here we go. Let's see how that came out. Rude? Holy shit, it's the TTS beta, the prototype. Alright, it beat her! Okay, this is even worse than the last one in terms of visuals. Like this really needs the photosensitivity. Oh, holy shit! There's the jump dash. Oh, there's a bad version of the jump dash. And strangely enough, no spin dash. Anyway, I have to get out of here quickly. So, Germa! There's a special stage. Let's see it. Oh no. No, not more of this out of bounds thing. Wait. You can't control Sonic in the special stages. Okay, I guess the special stages are impossible. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, what killed me? Like, actually. Whee! Okay, that was unfortunate. Silly eyes. Is that shaved Eggman? Oh, it's that bug again. That's really hot milk, I bet. Fuck you! Actually, I wonder if I can get the monitors anyway. Wait a second, I have a super powerful jump dash. I can just do this. Okay, let's try this again, but good. Okay, that was 2 of them. I'm gonna get the 3rd one. I did not get the third one. You know what? Whatever. Sometimes I love that. I love how broken these jump dashes can be. Like, I can just do this. Oh, I still die if I have no rings. Okay. Right, I need to be careful. I say as I go headfirst into spikes. Oh! Rude! Oh boy, this is... Oh no, don't tell me I have to do one of those sections. Thank goodness it was short. I did not get lucky. Okay, let's try using springs and this one, and oh boy, that's fast. Oh, there was way too much at the same time. Let's see. Maybe I can do this. Hey, it worked, and I got rewarded for it. Oh, okay, there's more of this. Oh, no, please. Ooh. Oh boy, that's gonna be real tough. Fortunately, I could just blast through them. I wonder how that would have been without the jump dash. Oh, okay, there's just the invincibility there. It's brain fart zone. You know, brain farts are what I'm having right now by playing this hack. Oh, okay, the background is just... what? Huh? No, they did not. They did not. This is made of invisible blocks. No, they didn't. Oh, fuck you. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Who the fuck would have thought making levels with invisible blocks was a good idea? No, there's more of this. Holy shit, no. They did it again. No. Oh, okay, that lasted a lot less. Well, that was a letdown. Okay, that sucked. Unfortunately, it comes across me that much less effort went into the development of Github Madness 2. Many of the gags that were featured in there ended up being copy-pasted from Github Madness 1, and where this hack didn't imitate its prequel, far too much of the game felt like standard Sonic 1. Sure, there were some standouts, like that sudden difficulty spike in Spring Yard 2, but other than that, not much else managed to catch my attention. Like, I ended up cutting a whole zone from the highlights reel you just saw because there was absolutely nothing fun or noteworthy to say about it. The whole package actually felt somewhat depressing to play through. Overall, I feel like Github Madness 1 had more things I could look at that made me go, that's funny, or made me express some other unusual reaction on my first run. Even if I went out of order and played Github Madness 2 first, I feel like I would have still found myself with more fun had with Github Madness 1. And there's a strange irony in the fact that the utterly fucked up visuals of the first entry kind of went in its favor. These hacks stressed a significant amount of my mental sanity. Let's burn whatever little is left with a playthrough of Github Madness 3! The beginning of the development of Github Madness 3 was announced on March 16, 2025, with a trailer posted on YouTube by the Team Brickhead's YouTube channel. Released on April Fool's 2025 and developed over the course of 11 days, the hack saw the contributions of over 30 different people. And although I've tried to keep myself as blind as possible to the contents of the hack, I have seen things, and oh boy. So let's not start playing yet and lay down some things. You see, the whole gist of this experimental video is that I'd accompany an explanation of the hack in a quick review with my first playthrough and on-the-spot reaction, which is the part I had never done before for YouTube. If you enjoyed the experiment so far, let me know by liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't. But there's one thing I didn't quite anticipate, that unfortunately affected production of this video. And that would be the fact I'd have this much fun with Github Madness 3. The overall humor hit much better. And there was just so much more stuff to look at and laugh about. There's even some genuinely high-effort material in there, like a recreation of Family Guy's Bee Bush gag on the Mega Drive as part of the special stages, a whole Minecraft-inspired homebrew game inside of the ROM hack, and even more stuff. The highlight reels you just saw about Github Madness 1 and 2 both lasted roughly 6 to 7 minutes. If I were to attach the highlight reel for Github Madness 3 to this video, it would last an additional 30 minutes. And if you love the on-the-spot reaction reels you saw, I think you're going to love the next 30 minutes of your life, which you'd be spending on my second channel by clicking here. Or you can stay here and watch some of my more typical videos. Either way, I'll be seeing you.